Hi friends, Mickey Mankus here and welcome to Out the Back Door. Today I'm going to be making a broccoli salad and I think even the most picky eater may enjoy this, so join me. I'm going to be starting with 4 heads of broccoli, and I'm going to be cutting off the very ends just to clean them up, and I'm going to cut all of the broccoli into bite-sized pieces. Now, I want to let you know, I do use the stalk. You can't believe how much wonderful flavor is in the stalk and how many people actually discard this. So that's going to be our first step. Now, I am making a double batch because I'm going to be sharing some of this with my family. And so if you want to make this amount, that's fine. Otherwise, just half the ingredients of what I'm sharing. And some of the pieces actually just break apart. So that's about the size that you want. I have a large stainless steel bowl here, and I'm just going to toss all the broccoli into that. So I'm going to keep chopping. Okay, the stems, what I did is I kind of trimmed off if there were any little leaves or anything, I got that off there. I'm just quartering the stem and dicing it up. Like I said, there is so much flavor in the stem, and so many people toss it. Okay. Now that I've got all of that chopped up, my few little bits and pieces that I have here, I'm going to toss out for the deer. They really like broccoli. The next ingredient I want you to get ready is bacon. Take a ½ pound of bacon and fry this up until pretty crisp, and then we're going to go and cut it into little bite-sized pieces. I'm actually going to be using my canned bacon, so it's cooked already, but I am going to put it into the microwave. I've got paper towel here on a plate. I'm going to set it on here. I'm going to warm it up in there, and that'll crisp it up a little bit more also, and then I'm going to chop it up. This bacon that I've had canned, I pulled this jar out of the pantry not too long ago, and I've been using it up in quite a few different recipes. This is thick sliced bacon. You can use whatever you'd like. All right. And if you didn't see my video on that, I'll leave a link to it, how to can bacon, and that I also use all this excess parchment paper that's in here. It's full of bacon fat. I'll throw this out into my fire pit because it makes a great fire starter. So when you do fry up your bacon, make sure that you do drain it, and I'll get that popped into the microwave. All right, while that's cooking up, we're going to make our dressing that we're going to toss everything with. I'm going to start with 1 cup of either salad dressing or mayonnaise. And to our mayonnaise or salad dressing, I am going to be adding, about a tablespoon of sugar. I'm also going to be adding some salt. I'm going to put in about ½ a teaspoon or so. And we also want to add a little bit of acidic to it, so it's got a little bit of a tang in the flavor of the dressing. So I'm using apple cider vinegar. I'm going to shake this up. It's got the mother in it. I didn't realize that I had a bottle of store-bought down there, so it's like, well, instead of using my homemade stuff, I would use this up. And we're going to pour in probably about a good a good tablespoon. Okay, give it a good whisk. And now we're going to have to thin this up a little bit by adding some milk. I'm going to add about a ½ a cup and whisk that up as well. We don't want a super watery dressing, but we don't want it really thick either. Okay, I've just taken our bacon out of the microwave and it looks good, but being that I have such thick cut sliced bacon, there's still a lot of fat in there. And I want to dab off as much of this as possible. You know, I like bacon flavor, but I don't want a greasy salad. Now, as I said, what I'm going to do is when you take this out of your fry pan and pat it dry so that you don't have all that excess grease in there, you're just going to do small slices so that they're bite-sized pieces. So this is kind of the consistency that we want. And like I said, you want to do about 1/2 pound. All right, so I'm just going to toss the bacon into the bowl with the broccoli. Okay, a couple of more ingredients that we need to add in are sunflower seeds. And I like to use the salted roasted ones. And I'm gonna say about 1 cup. I'm squeezing the bag. Just sprinkle those in. Okay, that was a healthy cup. I made this not too long ago and I added cashews instead. That was a really yummy flavor to it. Okay, now the broccoli salad with the bacon and it commonly has raisins. I'm switching it up a little bit. Geez, go figure, right? Okay, so instead of raisins, I'm gonna use craisins. And I'm gonna dump about close to 1 cup in because my salad's kind of big. Okay, so if any of your raisins or craisins are clumpy together, just kind of, because of the moisture, they like to stick together sometimes. I just kind of roll them in my hands to break them apart. And I'm just gonna kind of toss this together right now. Okay, one more thing I like to add, cheese. I've got mild cheddar cheese here. It's all shredded and everything ahead of time, so I don't have to mess with this. This is a really fast and easy recipe. And I'm gonna add about 1/2 to 3/4 of a cup. I don't want too much. Oh, I like cheese, but we're not gonna overdo it on this one. If you like sharp cheddar, that's cool. Or you don't have to add cheese at all if you don't want. All right, just gonna toss that up a little bit too. The only reason that I've got a large mixing bowl here instead of, like, you know, an average size one, a normal large one, you see any big chunks? Pull them apart. Okay, it's because I did a double batch, that's all. You can also add diced onion to this recipe, but being that I am going to be sharing this, not everybody likes onion, so I'm leaving it out. All right, so those are the ingredients in there. We've got the broccoli, the bacon, the cheddar cheese, craisins, sunflower seeds, and now I am going to dump, you know what? I think I want a little bit more milk in my dressing here. It's kind of thick. As you can see, I don't measure a whole lot. I kind of eyeball things and feel. And that kind of comes with experience, a few years of practicing, playing around in the kitchen. I'm gonna dump the dressing into my vegetable mix. And we'll start giving it a toss. Now the salad is good any time of the year. I enjoy making this like during the summertime and we're grilling. And this really goes over well then. Well, I plan on doing venison steaks fairly soon, and so I'm going to be serving some of this with the venison steaks along with a baked potato. That's all there is to it. Wasn't that fast? I do more talking than it took time to make this, but now what you're going to want to do is you're going to put it into a container with a cover and put it in the refrigerator. Let it sit for about an hour or two so all the flavors can meld together and everything. And then you can serve it. So there we have our broccoli salad. Super fast and easy to do. And like I said, I bet you can get the most picky eaters to even give this a try and they would enjoy it. So if you did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing, give me a thumbs up, and if you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. Until next time, you have a wonderful day. God bless.